Travelers on the Omnibus occasionally touches on mature subject matter with mature language. As such, the audience discretion is advised.
Welcome back, everybody, to Travelers on the Omnibus, a field trip through nerd and pop culture. My name is James McCarthy. We have another rest stop for you this time. This one cut from our Media Moments That Meant the Most to Us episode. This is our review / first impressions of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Particularly just two of ours, as only Ethan and Brady have seen the movie. Me and Jody have not, and you know what? Let's let the boys explain whether that's a good or a bad thing. So, Brady, ask Ethan a question.
Ethan, are you planning on having children?
No.
Okay, good.
One day you might accidentally have children.
Yeah, one day it might happen.
Reiterate. We're not planning on having
Just
children.
If you ever have children, you're going to have to do some things that you just don't really want to do for the sake of the enjoyment of your children.
Such as parenting.
I was a child, so yes, I understand that.
Okay, yeah. I forgot that was...
I am a child, so I understand that.
I forgot that was, 10 days ago.
Yeah. 10 days ago? You mean yesterday?
So I was giving you a little bit of leeway. You stepped into it. So
I know, yeah. Just continue talking.
So this weekend, my son came down from college. Haven't seen him in a while. And the one thing that he wanted to do is he wanted to go to the movies. And he wanted to watch a specific movie.
What was that specific movie?
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Okay,
And...
He's in college. Why does he want to watch that movie?
Because he's grown up.
Oh.
Because he's grown up playing those games.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
He's only
that makes
19.
Sense. That makes sense. Because that game came out like 10 years ago or something.
And he's grown up at watching all the videos about them and playing the games.
All 20 Matt Pat videos.
Yeah. I was like, sure. Fine. And I watched it. And well, so let me start off by saying this movie was not made for me.
Oh,
this is not my movie. This is not made for anybody who is who this was made for a very specific type of person.
Right.
And it was people like my son who have followed Five Nights at Freddy's and still care about it and love the franchise and do all the lore looking up and all that shit and watch all the videos and everything. Right. I've watched all 20 Matt Pat videos. Saying that, good God, I hated this fucking movie. I hated this fucking movie. Also, and I knew I had some like inkling that this could happen because of the type of movie that this was.
Right.
This was a shitty. This was also a shitty theater experience. But I think it was more. I didn't go to the Grand. I went to the Premiere Cinema in Biloxi. But still, I think it's more because of the movie. Because it was like there was like just a whole entire row of just children who came in, and I don't think they even had. I think they had like a 12-year-old watching them.
Right.
And they were just all and they were just pockets of young teenagers to.
You don't
children.
need adults to accompany you when you could buy your tickets online.
Yeah. And they were just like they settled down towards the end of the movie, but man, they were just the worst.
Just a ruckus.
But it wasn't going to make the movie any better.
Probably not.
Because the movie is so fucking boring.
Oh,
it is. So, I was bored to tears. They're like the jump scares that they did were so bad that
Obvious.
like it never. Like, I never felt tension during the entire movie. The jump scares didn't even, like, kind of do the thing.
Right.
Like, it was just, like it was literally just... And none of the animatronics really do jump scares. The only thing that does a jump scare is this little fucking bobblehead that keeps showing up, and they play a loud sound, and that's it. It is so... Oh, my God. And the story is so bad. Like, there's so many things that don't make sense. How did the animatronic order an Uber? To and from these people's house? The animatronics killed the evil aunt, and the guy doesn't go to jail for this. Like, what? Like, it's just so bad. Like, I hated every second of it.
I was going to ask that you do a spoiler warning beforehand, but I know less now.
No, fuck it.
After you've
Fuck it.
advised me.
And the taxi driver was just chill as fuck. Is like, what the? Why is my car leaning down? It's like turn around. It's a giant fucking.
I was like,
animatronic.
Have you seen this?
how does
Yes.
this
Yeah,
not?
you saw it
this
last week.
doesn't
Yeah.
make any fucking
Yeah.
sense. Like this isn't even
Like-
funny. It's just
Yeah.
stupid.
Like the only thing.
What did they? An animatronic gigantic suit and a child get into this. That man didn't get paid. There's no way he got paid. I know that 10-year-old 8-year-old doesn't have any money. The fucking animatronic bear doesn't have any fucking money. What the fuck? And they did this weird thing where he keeps the main character Josh Hutcherson he keeps trying to go into his dreams and figure out things because we got to put a hat on a hat. It can't just be that he went to this place. He also has to have another brother who was kidnapped and they never found out what happened to him. At least Matthew Lillard's doing a good job in it.
Like-
Matthew Lillarding all over the place.
Imagine just Matthew Lillard just being Matthew Lillard.
Yeah, it's
That's
just
really
it's,
just it.
he was a real Matthew Lillard in this movie.
Yeah.
Good God.
And
I love how you hated this movie so much. You were concerned about a fake Uber driver getting paid.
No, it took me out. It's a thing that it didn't concern me. It took me out of the fucking movie because this is so fucking stupid. Like, if there's a plot hole and it's so big that like while you're watching the movie, you go, hey, wait, that doesn't make any sense. That's a bad plot hole. If it's a plot hole 2 weeks later, when you really think about it, you go, oh, okay, that really doesn't make sense. I would argue you can let that plot hole go. But like, if it takes you out of the fucking movie and you go, wait, the person who was trying to take his sister away from him just died in his house and no cops come and want to know, and he still gets to keep the kid. How does that, what the fuck?
Dude, I am so looking forward to the Ryan Gosling film, The Fall Guy, which is like a movie about a stuntman who is so good at being a stuntman. He also just so happens to look like one of the big Hollywood actors in the movie, and that guy dies, so they have to replace him with Ryan Gosling as the stuntman, and it looks fucking great.
Jesus Christ.
Because it's not a superhero movie, and it's not that goddamn shit Brady had to go through.
So, anyway, my son loved the movie.
Of course he did.
But what does he know? Because before during the previews, he told me that Pulp Fiction, he was bored by it. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, that's a generational
I
thing.
have failed as a parent. What the fuck?
That is definitely a generational thing. I've heard that from several, like, in the younger demographic. Like, I don't think Ethan would like Pulp Fiction.
I can't say because I still haven't seen it.
That's what was, yeah.
He might.
I think we need to ease him into Tarantino. He needs to watch Reservoir Dogs first.
No, the ease in is Pulp Fiction.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Jackie Brown.
Jackie Brown's much easier in both of those.
Yes, that's the easy. That's the easier because at least
that
you don't
sounds
have the unusual. Everything's not jumbled. Like
Yeah.
Well, and
like
also
Pulp Fiction.
Jackie Brown is like a classic like 70s like Private Eye kind of movie.
Yeah, disco heist movie.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So, if you like Five Nights at Freddy's, watch Five Nights at Freddy's. If you don't, stay so far away from it.
I'm not watching
Buy your child a ticket to it. It's PG-13. A person gets chomped in half, but like you don't see anything.
Buy your child a ticket to it. Let a 12-year-old be their chaperone.
Yeah. I mean, fuck it. You can't do worse than those fucking
Ruin
kids.
someone else's movie-going experience.
That's what most people do anyway.
See, my thing was like you wouldn't even like. I cared so little about the movie that like it didn't even like really bother me.
Well, maybe that's what the teenagers were doing.
The
trying
only
to
thing
make
that
their
really
own
bothered
fun.
me is I knew that it was bothering Gabe. Like it was bugging him because he wanted to watch the movie, and I wanted to be like, man, this is what you get when you go to a movie like
you express
this.
to him that this is what you get. Yeah, you get. It's like you have to watch.
I didn't want to be an asshole.
That's not being an asshole. That's protecting your son from children at theater.
Being
That's
an
the worst
asshole
thing.
would be like, hey, son, did you know, by the way, this is streaming on?
On Peacock.
on Peacock right now.
We could be at
Yeah.
home watching the movie.
I would prefer
instead.
to have paid for a ticket than to buy, to buy Peacock.
You don't want that showing up on your internet logs. It's like this man watched 2 hours worth of Five Nights at Freddy's. He must be a fan.
Yeah, the movie was also way too fucking long. Oh
Dear
man,
God.
the cop character made it was so confusing and didn't make any sense, even when with the reveal.
Yeah.
But oh man,
Made everything convoluted when it didn't need to be.
it made it convoluted, but still really stupidly simple for some reason. Like you kind of saw everything that was going, but then it was still super complicated for some reason. Somehow, I don't know how they fucking did that. That's a masterwork. Give them a fucking Oscar. I don't give a shit. Yeah, best adapted screenplay, sure.
What was better, Five Nights at Freddy's or Phantom of the Paradise?
I thought you were about to say episode 9.
Well, because the answer is Five Nights at Freddy's for that one. Episode 9 is worse.
Yeah,
That's
this
true.
is true.
Episode 9's not even a movie.
Yeah, if you were to ask me what I would rather watch, it would be Five Nights at Freddy's. Because at least it's I think about 2 hours.
Phantom of the Paradise is at 89 minutes.
Yeah, that felt like 3 hours. I felt like the goddamn. I'm not gonna say that because I actually like The Godfather. I was just trying to think of a long movie.
Heaven's Gate.
Yeah, that felt like Heaven's fucking Gate.
Once Upon a Time in America.
What's that Russian movie that's 6 hours long?
I'm sorry, what?
Anything by Andy Warhol.
How about Wavelength, which is
The
just
fuck wavelength. God damn it.
which is just 49 minutes of a ear-piercing sound that while you're zooming in on an open window, and then halfway through it, a person comes onto the screen and dies.
and then they fade back out and they're not in the screen anymore.
Yeah.
I saw. I was watching a list, and there's a movie that's literally just a blue screen.
Mm-hmm.
I think the movie is called Blue. Yeah, I would rather watch that than Five Nights at Freddy's.
I want to see the sequel, which is Blue Dabba Dee Dabba Die.
Yeah, that's not even there's 12-hour movies out
Yeah,
there.
there
They're
are.
fucking ridiculous.
War and Peace. That was the Russian film.
Okay, so
How long
that's
is
probably one of them.
6 hour 32
Yeah,
minutes.
Yeah.
That's-
which makes sense because that book is about 6 months long.
That's one of them because I want to say there's
That's when
it's not Tchaikovsky. It's
more
one of those other,
modern TV started doing miniseries because nobody wants to sit through 8 hours. Of a movie.
So yeah, that's what I've been doing. Man. And I know that
You look exhausted just talking about
No,
it.
you want to know why I'm exhausted because this movie, Five Nights at Freddy's, made a shitload of money, so I know they're gonna make another one of these fucking movies.
Oh yeah.
If I'm correct, I think Matthew Lillard signed a 3 to 5 movie contract.
And that means I'm probably gonna have to fucking see. I gotta get my son Friends so that he has
It's too late. You should have gotten them friends in the beginning.
so that I really wish he wouldn't have broken up with his girlfriend because he could have taken her to see that.
But then they would have broken up.
I got to get him together with some. I don't know. I'm not even good at that for myself.
Are you going to
what-
match make your son so you don't have to watch Five Nights at Freddy's 2?
Yes, I would prefer to do all of that than watch another one of these.
Brady be like, listen, you could widen your horizons by
My daughter has Friends, so she went and watched it with somebody fucking
There
else.
you go.
Have you thought about switching teams, son? You can open up your options so you can go see these fucking movies with somebody else.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Man.
Brady's having a midlife crisis
Brady's
over
gone
Five Nights
through
at Freddy's.
No, I know, because I know in 3 years I'm going to have to watch it. Well, 2 years. No, probably, with the strike, maybe 2 years. Maybe I got 2 years.
Brady
The
has
strike's
gone through
over.
all
No,
films
but it
of-
backed up. It backed up everything.
Yeah,
so
right.
I'm hoping 2 years before I gotta watch another one.
They
of
got to
these.
strike while that iron's hot now. July 2024, Five Nights at Freddy's in a double feature with Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Maybe it's like Superman 1 and 2. There was enough footage from one movie to make 2.
Oh Jesus!
Make that 3.
Oh yeah.
Brady,
It looks so the movie looks boring. There is
It-
nothing
yeah.
interesting in the movie.
which is upsetting because all those animatronics were made by the Jim Henson company.
Yeah,
That's very
it's-
saddening to hear.
They barely do any the animatronics are good part of the way through.
Right.
Like for a little while, they're good.
Right.
Yeah, because it shows up at the first half of it. Oh, they're bad and they want to kill. Like 3/4 of the way. Oh, now they're good. Last part of the movie. Oh, they're now evil and trying to kill us now.
Yeah. Why? Fuck you. That's why.
That's why I said like the twists and turns that weren't necessary in it.
They're barely explained. Oh my God. So yeah, I watched that. Probably don't watch it, or do if you want to. I don't give a fuck. It's your life.
It's now or never.
Oh, I knew that was coming.
You ain't gonna live forever.
Man.
Yes, no one lives forever, neither do podcast episodes, because we are coming to the end of the line and the bus is about to hit the station. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for stopping by. As always, if you have feedback for us, travelersontheomnibus@gmail.com. Again, that's travelers, 1L on the omnibus @gmail.com. Also, we have polls and questions, Q&As, on all of our episodes. And if you liked what you heard here and would like to hear more of it, but you don't necessarily listen on the podcast channel you're currently on, or if you'd like to spread the word to others who also don't listen on the podcast channels you listen to, we are available on Spotify, Apple, Google, and Amazon. Google, soon to be YouTube Music. Well, with that, again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is James McCarthy. We are Travelers on the Omnibus. Thanks for stopping by and enjoying the ride. Bye-bye.